Alright, what's going on, guys? Trev back again, here to bring you another video. This one's going to be doing another Walking Dead video for today, leading up to the 13th episode for The Walking Dead Season 8. In this one first, we're going to give our thoughts on what we think will happen with Jadis and Negan. And spoiler warning, as per usual, if you guys are not caught up for The Walking Dead, which is up to episode 12 of The Walking Dead Season 8. So still pretty excited after that awesome episode last weekend. Got out the Negan shirt. Busted out the Negan shirt, so you can't go wrong with that, right? Thought we would give our thoughts on this one because we have basically our last quarter of The Walking Dead Season 8 just coming up. And I feel like this quarter right here, since the return of Season 8, has just been amazing. I mean, you look at the Carl episode, and we had the stuff with the Junkyard Group and Simon, and even going in now to what happened with the Rick versus Negan battle. It was just, oh man, all kinds of cool. And we had the Kingdom stuff as well, too, with, Ezekiel and Gavin's group. So, awesome start to this back half of The Walking Dead Season 8. I'm very excited to see how this whole thing wraps up with the finale. So we'll do some predictions in this video, and not spoilers, because actually, which has been really nice, I haven't really, now that I say this, someone's going to ruin it for me, right? I haven't heard any spoilers for The Walking Dead Season 8 finale in comments or private messages or anything. No one has given me anything, and I'm just like, this is awesome. Because it's new to me, right? If it's new to me, it's like, it's great, man. You know, I don't have to worry about, going to watch the episode and knowing that Rick's going to grab Lucille and light her on fire. You know, I hadn't really had no idea going in that was going to happen. And, it's a lot more fun when you don't know, someone hasn't messaged you in a comment telling you what's going to happen. So I think I just jinxed myself by saying it there because it's probably going to happen now. But that said, very excited for this finale. Very excited to see how things go down. Kimmy sent through this question, said, Q&A Trev, what do you think Jadis will do with Negan? And I decided, well, why don't we just kind of make it the start to the whole video of our predictions on what we think will happen between Jadis and Negan. So, of course, we just saw at the end of episode 12, Jadis has handily captured Negan. She has kidnapped him. She has knocked him out just recently. She's seeking vengeance. She is she's locked and loaded. She's ready to go, and she's traveling pretty fast. She's out of the reach of the Saviors. So it looks like from what we're seeing right now, she's in the clear with Negan. So she's got Negan. Where will she bring him? Will she bring him to the junkyard? Tough call because, of course, the junkyard's a pretty painful place for her right now, I tend to think. But at the same time, it's a place that she does know as well, too. So will she bring him back there to maybe torture and, kill him? Because it is kind of her home, even though all of her comrades and her people were killed there at the hands of Simon, who, of course, answers to Negan. So, obviously he's going to try to tell her that he told Simon just to send a message, maybe just one. He'll probably say none, just to tell you that. And, but then, of course, she's obviously not going to believe Negan, I wouldn't think, right? If he tells her, like, well, I told Simon to go and just kill one or just to send you guys a message. That's it. I didn't want him to kill everybody. I told him not to, and he did it anyway, so whatever. Even though that's kind of the truth, right? If he says one and done, that's it, and not kill any others. But, of course, she's not going to believe that. If Negan tells Jadis that, she's not going to be like, oh, okay, that's all right then I'll just let you go. No, it's not going to work that way. Now, could she try to make some kind of an exchange for Negan for Simon or something like that? That's something that I've seen predicted quite a few times. Maybe. But I tend to think, more likely she would probably just maybe torture and kill Negan is probably what she would want to do. So, I'm thinking that Negan will somehow escape. He'll somehow fight her off because she's not that tough. Let's be honest here. Rick was able to fight his way out, and she had everybody there, and he still was able to manage to get her to agree to help him and everything. And then we saw how that whole thing, unraveled near the end of this season or the last couple episodes there. But Negan, I think, would be able to kind of find a way to fight his way out. Now, will he have Lucille or not? I don't know. I tend to think that just for sake of the character that he probably would have Lucille maybe in the backseat or something. Maybe he had it with, like when he went down, he was like clenching it and stuff, and then she when she took him or something, he brought it with him and then threw it in the back or something. Because if not, he's probably going to have to go back there to get Lucille, and as we saw in episode 12, he's definitely going to do that, I would think. So really what I'm predicting is this. Can we have a finale, a true finale for All Out War with Negan not being involved? I think the answer to that question is no. I think at some point here before the finale, it could be, an episode or two away. It might not be this episode, because this episode we're going to get to see lots of fighting at the hilltop and that. So this will probably be episode 14, maybe 15, but probably 14, where Negan, I think, will escape. Jadis will have him captured or something. He'll find a way to escape here, and will he kill her? He might kill her, Now, preferably, because I personally would like to see what happens with Jadis in the future, because she's lost her whole group, she's lost everybody, she's got a lot of sympathy, I would think, even though she was a double crosser or back and forth, a switch hitter, batting for the Saviors first, and then, and turning on Rick and the others, and yeah, so she's flip-flopped a few times here with the Junkyard group, but, I do think people would like to see her survive on. So, I would like to think people would not want to see her get Lucille'd. However, it is All Out War, so if they have her be kind of a couple season character where she's like a season 7, season 8 character, and then that's it, she's killed off and the Junkyard group is no more, they're finished 100%, then, that makes sense, I think. But either way, I think Negan has to somehow escape or be let back to the Saviors, and afterwards, he's got to be involved in the final battle here. You can't have the true final battle of All Out War with him not involved. So I do think that we have to see that eventually at some point in the next probably 2 to 3 episodes. Negan will have to escape, and he'll have to go back and retake command of the Saviors. Maybe if Simon's dead during this battle in episode 13 or 14 or something. Or maybe go back and punish Simon by killing him for what he did at the junkyard and what's happened all around, and not helping him with Rick and what happened there in episode 12. So that's kind of what I'm predicting right now. Negan has to be there for the final battle in All Out War. There's no other way around it. He has to be. He can't be absent from it. He's got to be there for him and Rick to have one last final fight. And I think that in terms of placement of the episodes, it's pretty easy to say a couple more, and then he should be back, ready to go, and then maybe the finale of the season, episode 16, you see the final confrontation between him and Rick, and the final battle goes down to end All Out War. So that's what I think we're going to see for the final kind of battle here, and how things are going to go with Negan and Jadis. It is sure exciting, though, and you never really know 100%, as we saw with Carl this season. But that's kind of what I'm expecting. You guys can write your predictions below. What do you think will happen between Jadis and Negan here? Do you see Negan escaping? Do you think it's necessary for the story, for All Out War to wrap up? I think it is. Gearhead1087 says, "Hey Trev, do you think we will finally see an episode soon with Negan's backstory? It's overdue. We need to see it soon." I don't think we'll have one this season, because we only have, a quarter left of the season, 13, 14, 15, and 16. So we only have those 4 episodes left of this season. So I don't think it's included here. But I think that next year we probably will see it. Because they have kind of this, Scott Gimple being kind of the overall content, creator for Walking Dead, manager type of deal. Wouldn't it be cool if they did? And I thought this was a good idea. What if they did like an hour or 2 hour long block, AMC, like a TV movie? It doesn't have to be a movie where you go see it in theaters, because I don't know if Negan has enough pull to kind of lead a whole movie to be shown in the cinemas. But what if they did like a TV movie for Negan, where they go through Negan's whole backstory? They did something like that next year or the year after. I think that could be so cool to see. It doesn't necessarily have to be a straight episode of Walking Dead. They could put it in that too, like the Here's Not Here part with Morgan. But they could also do a standalone, thing with it. And man, that'd be really cool if they did Negan's backstory in kind of like a special event type of movie or something, where you got to see that on AMC and get to see the whole thing, and that would just be wicked cool. Next year or the year after, if they were able to somehow do that and show how he got, became Negan, show how he built the Saviors and what happened with everything and why he was the way he turned out to be. I think that'd be really sweet. We'll probably see the series regular episode, but I just think that's a cool idea, and I would like to see that. Next one is from Negan, the effing awesome psychopath. He says, "Hey Trev, my question is, do you think they're trying to take the MCU approach with the Walking Dead universe, where after the main show ends, another begins? I do think that they're really setting up the Walking Dead as a bigger franchise that could go on for many years to come. What are your thoughts?" Yeah, absolutely. I think you're 100% right. That's what we're kind of starting to see with Fear. That's why we're seeing his position be changed, Scott Kimball's position be changed. I think it's really smart moves all around for AMC. I think it's brilliant. I wish HBO would do the same thing with Game of Thrones, even though it looks like they're kind of him and haw and maybe not sure about it. I think that with the popularity of The Walking Dead, with how well it's done, I mean, people are still saying, like somebody sent me a message that even though, it looks like they're getting around 6 or 7 or 8 million views US, still, you get replays of every episode, you get Talking Dead afterwards, you get international viewership too. You've got all these other things coming. You get licenses and license fees for games and products and merchandise and all this stuff. It's just a huge moneymaker for AMC. And I think that the fact that they see it as a universe that could be like an MCU type of thing, or a universe that could be bigger in terms of a TV universe, I think that's really smart. And even if none of the other series ever become as popular as the main Walking Dead series, still giving fans what they want, producing more, content around Walking Dead, I think is really smart, and I'm sure makes it fun to make videos on it, as we're doing here in the channel, and cover Fear as well too when the Walking Dead's not on. All this stuff. It's great, man. I really appreciate what they do. AMC's certainly not perfect, but it's good to it's good to have more content. It's good to have stuff that we can talk about. Even when Walking Dead's not on, we have Fear, and it's pretty awesome, man. I appreciate it. I really do. Darkstorm says, "Hey Trev, so I'm not sure if you've already got this theory or thought of it yourself, but I've heard about Rick being shot with a crossbow that was supposed to be infected in the comics. I want to know if you think that is why Rick is injured sitting under that tree. Would be awesome to hear your thoughts. Keep up the videos, man." So I did a video on that one with Rick in his hand, and he's kind of bloodied up under the tree, and he's kind of out of it. It sure fits a lot with kind of the infected theory. So I did a whole video on this. We do have a new picture of Dwight with his crossbow back. So it looks like Dwight has a crossbow going into this battle in episode 13. So keep your eyes peeled for that. That's what happened in the comics in this version. Will they do the same thing? I don't think so, but I think we'll see something similar. A lot of us have thought it's a knife in the hand, so we'll see if that's true. But either way, it looks like it's going to be really exciting to see him get stabbed or whatever happens, or shot with a bolt or arrow, whatever. And then the question of whether or not he's infected, if he's going to die or not, that kind of deal. It's going to be really exciting to wrap up this season. And last one will be from Joshua, who says, "I think Georgie will be a link to the Commonwealth and other communities that may be introduced in future Walking Dead content Gimple may be working on, and possibly even Fear the Walking Dead. It looks like their group might have used the van to live in while on the road. So I wouldn't be surprised if they have traveled to Texas, where our Fear group is, and made an appearance in that show." Hey, you could be right. A lot of people think that might be kind of the thing that kind of connects both shows. Of course, they brought Morgan in, so there's a crossover there. But if the Fear group is having a season at the same time in the zombie apocalypse as The Walking Dead is, you introduce the possibility in the future of having some kind of overarching connection where you could have certain cast members or certain part of a group meet with another group or somehow interact with the Walking Dead original series. So we'll see, but yeah, it looks like they really are kind of catching both up together, getting both kind of on the same page, and then eventually we could see something like that, and I think we probably will. I think that's what they're working towards. Everything just seems to be kind of lining up that way, and that's what a lot of you guys are thinking too. So it's not just me. I'm not going crazy. I do think that eventually we could see something like that. And of course, as soon as we know, I'll let you guys know if there's news or articles or whatever where they talk about it in interviews or anything. Anyway, that'll be it for today's video, guys. If you missed, I did tons of videos this week. Lots of videos on the weekend. Some for Georgie and the Commonwealth. A review for the episode, awesome episode 12, reaction, death predictions for the finale. If you haven't seen that one, I'll have it in the end screen videos for you guys here. And that'll be it for this video today. I'll see you guys again soon for another video. As always, it's Trev, and I'm saying peace. See you guys probably tomorrow.